I guess it helps if I cut the sound on, huh? That is a big improvement. Matter of fact, let me take these out. I was testing the motherfucking sauce line and shit, trying to get it all together, make sure everything was right before we got going live. And I think now we kosher, but I want to make sure everybody got, did they get their sauce? Yeah, okay, cool. Let's get this intro cracking, man. Let's get in it to win it. Never miss another live stream again. Hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell, and click see all notifications. Y'all got to give me 1 second. I forgot I had that loud ass fan on, so give me 2 seconds. I'm finna be right back. Yeah, I had to cut that fucking loud ass fan off. And man, let's get into it, man. Let's talk about these motherfucking Rockets taking on the Blazers tonight. Man, it's gonna be a real good game tonight. The Blazers have been playing fairly well. So before we really get into talking about that shit, though, y'all know how we start this thing off, man. We're going to get cracking with the roll call. If you're not familiar with Saw Sports, man, Saw Sports is a Houston, Texas homer network. So that means we talk all sports, but only Houston. Like I say, this is a connection, a conglomerate of channels that we talk about. We hold it down for H-Town. But tonight we'll be talking about the Houston Rockets and what they got going on tonight. If you're not familiar with the roll call, man, if you are from Houston, shout out your side with pride. If you're not from the city, man, make sure you shout out your city, town, state, country, province, territory, location, situation, gang, set, click, squad, all that good shit. However you identify yourself, man, however you rep your shit, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead and drop that in the chat so I can show y'all a little bit of love. Man, shout out to all the Sauce Nation regulars. And then let's see what we got in here. Like I said, we did the first live 5, but shout out to Joseph, Wise, Voodoo, Wink, Rising Phoenix, Brandon, Kyle, Wynn, Robbie G, Stream. Oh, I got the bot. I got the Stream Elements bot. I forgot to put that bot in there. I was trying some new bots to see what they can do different. Rasha John. Let me see. Heidi, H-Town, J Bird. I think that's Balin. What's the motherfucking deal? So now we shout out to Borpus Bristy. I laugh at that shit every time. Borpus Bristy Bex's blood. You got the bitty back bracken. Shout out to the Milky Way. Exactly. All that good shit. Say goodbye to Trailblazers. Oh, yeah, it's gonna go down, man. It's gonna go down, man. Scotty. Yeah, we had to change up the background just a little bit. I tried to change up the colors too. That's what I'm gonna start doing with the chat. Trying to change the chat colors up to match the teams, man. I think that would be a little bit better. I need to do some more looks, but y'all know how I go, man. Y'all know how I go. We're gonna get into the 3 points to ponder. We're gonna get some predictions going in a little while. We're gonna get the sauce line cracking. We'll get all this shit jumping. But first and foremost, I mean, let's get into the 3 points to ponder. I guess I should have had somebody booted up before we got going, but hey, it is what it is. I'll find out where I hit him. I hit him from my damn self and shit. Yeah, on the code. Okay, I was about to say, I thought I almost really fucking did. Aight. Okay, so the first of the 3 points to ponder, if I can get it to a reasonable size here. The first of the 3 points to ponder is counting on Capella. Now, Yusuf for the Blazers, Nurkic, I want to say Nurkic or however you pronounce it. Fuck him. That's how you pronounce it. Not a bad big. I think he's averaging about 14 and 8 a game, which is a little less than Capella. I think Capella's averaging close to a double-double if I'm not mistaken. But, you know, when he goes up against more talented bigs, I'm starting to see Capella, you know, beginning to step it up a notch. You know, I complained a lot about him earlier on, you know, midway through the season and things like that. And he listened. You know, I called him and said, Capella, man, you got to stop tripping, dog. We need you to go ahead and get this shit right. And he listened. He heard me. So he was like, all right, I will do what it takes to be the best center that I can possibly be. And so I said, thank you. I appreciate that. But no, seriously, though, we're starting to see a different side of Capella. You know, he's starting to show more of that upside. The reasons why the Rockets chose not to trade him straight up for DeAndre Jordan, because they believe, I've been believing, and I feel like with more and more experience, Capella will only get better, and I think he's been starting to show that lately against other bigs. I think he's starting to find his, well, not starting, he knows his role in this game, but if you see what Capella's been doing, he's been, what's the word? Capella's been taking charge, not taking charges, but been taking charge. He's guiding guys, he's directing traffic. He's telling people where they need to be. Shit, he's assisting on plays and shit. I mean, it's a different guy that we've seen in the previous couple of years, and I'm loving the growth that I'm starting to see from Clint Capella, because it's going to be essential as this team moves forward. Like I said, I fully expect him to re-sign here, because I think he knows that part of this is the system that D'Antoni runs is what's benefiting him. I know he loves playing with James Harden, and I think he wants to be in the mix for contending for some championships. You got to think about it like this. Capella's from Switzerland. He's a Swiss guy. He's not. I don't think he's of the American mindset. Like, I'm sure, of course, he wants to get money. He likes, I'm sure he likes the lifestyle, having millions of dollars. But I think as Americans, we tend to be more greedy and money hungry than people of other natures. They're happy with what they have. So I don't see Clint Capella demanding an exorbitant contract when time for that comes. But we'll see how it all plays out. Like, I'm not sitting here saying that I know for sure. He might have been hanging around James. See, James got all that swag and all that flash and all that shit that whatever you young kids call it these days. He may want to get him some too. So shit, he might be like, you know what? I want all the money. And so he may want more than we expect. But we ain't talking about the money right now. We're talking about Clint Capella and how he's been contributing to this team as of late. And I think he's stepped it up. I think he's in contention for the most improved player. He's definitely the Rockets' most improved player. And so I'd like to see him get some more national recognition. Let's get to the second point to ponder. What's motherfucker stand for? Yeah, man. What you mean, motherfucker? That's what I would think it would stand for. What's beef? I don't know if you guys have been watching, have been paying attention. I don't know if you guys have been looking at the interviews or any of those things. See what I'm saying? As soon as the temperature changed, I look all crazy. Well, I did literally like hop out the shower and come running to the studio, so that might be part of it. Damian Lillard was a little upset the last time, or the last time that we played, and there's a little incident towards the end of the game where the Blazers weren't playing any defense. CP3 saw an easy lane. He took it, scored the bucket. Damian Lillard, old weak ass, got mad at him, tried to hit the ball. Like, how you can't knock the ball out of somebody's hand when they not even necessarily expecting it? That's what I'm saying. And then y'all saw CP3 ain't bar. Fuck it, Lillard was just acting like a little bitch. And I know a lot of people brought up, well, Lillard did it, once before. He did it. But he said, in that situation, he was a rookie. The vets kind of explained to him, hey, that's not what we do. That ain't how it shakes. And he said, he hasn't done it since. He felt like Chris Paul, being a veteran, should know the unwritten rules. Let me tell you something. I hate that term, unwritten rules. If it needs to be a rule, write that bitch, man. Ain't no such thing as a fucking unwritten rule. That's the thing that's been bothering me a lot as I've been trying to get my baseball, a lot last season as I was learning some things, that there's just certain things you're not supposed to do. Man, look, if the rules ain't written, do that shit. Change the game up. Fuck that bullshit. But I do feel like Dame has his mind on the Rockets. We are the team to beat. And he feels like he probably still has memories of the last time when he iced us a couple of years back. But he feels like he's one of the best in the league. And if you listen to him and CJ talk, they feel like they're just as good as any other backcourt in the league, man. And so, he feels like they feel like they can run with James and CP3. They feel like they're just as every bit as good. And they're not. But it's good to think like that. I would want my players thinking like that if they're going against anybody, So I'm not mad at him. He's tenacious. He's got a lot of aggression. He's athletic, and he can play. So I'm not expecting them to just lay down and let the Rockets go walk all over them. They moved up to the third seed, so they're going to be in contention to try to get a nice spot come to playoffs. But again, a couple of losses here and there in this wild, wild west, you could fall out the picture, but the Rockets can't. But everybody else can. I don't think the Warriors have good enough of a lead to not have to worry about that either. But third thing being said, I'm going to check out some of these comments in the chat because I've been missing what y'all been talking about. Third point to ponder before we get into it. Let's see what y'all in here chopping about. I know I didn't have a no sound action. Sauce reported this brought to you by Durham Davis Pest Control. That's fucking funny. Chain pizza sucks. Yeah, man. And then if you look on Bleacher Report, they said 15K, but then when you actually look at the article, it said 25. Like Bleacher Report, I always be having some fucked up headlines, so I don't be feeling bad when I be fucking up. because if all the big dogs be fucking up too, then it's all Gucci. Yeah, Lillard said they're going to play to the end this time. So that means I expect them to play. I'm glad you mentioned that, Brad. That's exactly what he said. He said they're going to play to the end of the whistle till it's all over, till it's all zero. Well, y'all going to be playing to the end, all right, because y'all ass going to get smoked tonight. But I guess that gives you, I guess that gives y'all the idea of which way the prediction is going to lean. Yeah, also, man, yeah, shout out to Deku, man, and his mama, whatever is going through. I hate for that for anybody, not just a player or somebody of a team that I'm a fan of. But anybody going through anything, man, just, you know what, Sauce Nation, I just want to just let y'all know if anybody's going through, not just the Cood, man. If anybody has some issues going on, man, I keep you in my thoughts. I want everybody to be all right. I want good for everybody, except for CJ and Lillard tonight. Like why I said, fuck CJ and Lillard. Let's see. Y'all talking about some Chandler Parsons and some other stuff like that. All right, we ain't worried about Chandler. All right, we're getting into the third point to ponder. Let's seal the deal, James. Let's seal the fucking deal. I mean, I know we're getting into the end stretch of the season. It's a few games left, and they're all important. They're all very crucial. But what I think is there, 12 games, 11 games left, something like that? They're all very important. But if James Harden wants to seal the deal as the MVP, so I want to say his numbers on his last, but just been down just slightly, still in the 30-point range and stuff like that. But this last little stretch has been a little bit down after the streak. He needs to go ahead and prove it. You know, don't let anybody come close, because you hear the narrative. They're trying to say Dame, and I know Dame's going to try to play out of his mind tonight. And I expect him to actually have a good game, because I feel like he steps up to competition. But James Harden needs to have a bigger game. Because it could be something so simple. This is a fickle age that we live in. You know, it's always what is the hottest news, what have you done for me lately type shit going on. If Damian Lillard has a great game and they end up winning, people will start trying to turn the conversation to Damian Lillard for MVP. I'm serious. You still got people trying to talk about the beard. You got people talking about every other motherfucker in the world. This is James' award to lose. And honestly, I feel it should be unanimous. But we'll see what happens. You know, James doesn't get the favoritism some of the other guys get, but it is what it is. It's on him, though, to seal the deal, to make sure that he doesn't lose the award. Not that somebody else wins it again this year, that he doesn't lose it. Because it was around this time last year when he was neck and neck, him and Russell Westbrook. And people let the stupid stat show, you know, make them think that Russell Westbrook did something. And then what happened? Who took him out with all the extra triple doubles in the fucking playoffs again? But that's what the national media will tell you. Triple doubles are important. They're so valuable. They're so this and that. So those are 3 points to ponder. Now, you know how we do it. This is my favorite part. Let me shoot y'all a little sauce action here. But y'all know my favorite part of of doing the pregame shows, man. There we go. You say the top 4 offenses in NBA history won the NBA title. Currently, the Houston has the number 1 offense. Exactly. I mean, but see, here's the thing. People will find facts, and people will find all kind of statistics for everyone else, for every other team to justify why they can win. And I'm going to tell y'all in a few, and I'm actually going to do a video about it. I still am, but I'm going to talk to y'all while y'all be in the chat. But again, my favorite part of the deal, bold predictions. I need y'all to give me your bold predictions for the game tonight. So when I'm saying a bold prediction, man, I need something that normally wouldn't happen. I need y'all to go out on a limb, mark my words, and make sure you put that hashtag MMW in the front so I can make sure to read it. You know what I mean? And don't subscribe to this channel. That's funny. So I make sure that, you know, I can read it so I don't miss it. But they say no red jerseys have what it is. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They'll find some type of idiotic thing to say. But here's, I'm going to tell you real quick why the Rockets are better than the Warriors right now. And I'm not going to go into it, but it's some other videos I'm going to drop. So I'm going to drop a couple of Rockets videos this week. But part of the thing I want to talk about why the Rockets are better than the Warriors is because the Rockets have 7 guys that average double figures. You know, it was very unlikely that damn near every star in Golden State gets injured. But it happens. You play so many games, you know, you've been doing this over the years, that You I just realized what Phoenix did. That's fucking funny. He put a block on the sauce. I tried the sauce. I love. He took all your sauce. Let's say 50 says that Harden drops 50. All right, 50 points. But the thing about that is that the Houston Rockets are a better team. Yeah, we got two superstars. But what happens when one of those superstars goes down? Other guys are able to step up and fill that void. The Warriors don't have guys like that. And if they go into this playoffs dinged up, banged up, hurt, or really having issues, they should be fine by the time the playoffs come, because the media will the only reason that they won is because the Warriors were injured, even though the Warriors had all their fucking championship runs, played a bunch of injured teams en route to seal in the deal. But nobody wants to talk about that. I said Rockets winning the chip already. And so what I mean is just that. Actually, let me put up the real chat so I don't miss shit. It's just that they don't look at the depth in this team. People want to talk about, well, it's Chris Paul and James Harden versus the Warriors. They have four guys, and that's it. When one of those four guys goes out, that's a huge loss to the Warriors. If James goes down, it's a big fucking loss. But CP3 can command a team. Not saying that a CP3-led team without James is going to beat the Warriors. But when one of our guys goes down, it's not as big of a hit as it is to the Warriors, because their guys do all their scoring. We spread the ball around. Everybody gets James Harden knocks out Damian. I'm going to write that shit down. If for some reason it happened, did Gerald Green slide upon? I'm glad Gerald Green didn't get a suspension, though. I'm glad he only got the whatchamacallit. Brian Horn, we say, mark my words, bench. You say Jeremiah, say Harden's going to break somebody's ankles. Let me get that down. But like I say, it's that people don't take that into account. That the Rockets are a better overall team. It's not a bunch of guys that can just score a whole lot. Noah says triple overtime. Okay. That you got two guys who kind of run the show, and everybody else knows their role. You know what I'm saying? And so that's the thing that people have to account for. We're a fuller team. We're a deeper team than the Warriors. People can say, well, oh no, the Warriors got these guys. But look at their stats. Look at their stats compared to the guys that we got. It's not even close, man. And but like I say, the media is just going to sit there and say all that fucking off-the-wall shit. They're going to sit there and they're going to find something to fit their narrative, and they'll stretch it. Like I say, the only one I really rock with at this point in time is Max Kellerman, because he's been the most consistent. You see a lot of these other guys start to jump on it. Nick Wright been fucking with it. He's H-Town dude, so it is what it is. I just don't like some of Nick Wright's takes. I just don't like Nick Wright too much. There's something about him. I don't know what it is. So let me see. The Warriors not heard their bypass the rest of your players following the NBA. I wouldn't be surprised if they are. I wouldn't be surprised if they fucking are. Y'all all got murked in the bank heist. That's unfortunate. D'Antoni passed his kidney stone tonight. He got a kidney stone? That would be awful. That's awful. That's a tough thing to deal with. But I do believe that. Give me 1 second. I'm missing something here. I forgot something. I do believe, like to say, it's going to be. It's not going to be a cakewalk. It's going to be one of the better games of the year. I really, truly, honestly feel like. I know a lot of people like that Boston game, and they thought it was going to be. It is what it is, but it was an okay game. But Boston really ain't fucking with us. So the Rockets, like I say, they are legendary. So what we got? What 54? What 70 games out the way? So yes, 12 left. Okay. At least they give you the good stuff for the stone. So I don't want none of that. Let me see what happened. Since I'm feeling hyped tonight, put me in, coach. I wanted the game. Imagine how to play. That's what I mean. Like, these guys know that it's going. That's be yeah, exactly. The thing is that the Rockets know they're doing something special. I mean, think about this. Let's talk about Gerald Green for a second. Let's talk about Gerald Green for just a second. What's up, man? Well, what's the motherfucking deal? Let's talk about Gerald Green. I see what you did there, Heidi. That's funny. That's very funny. Aha, I see. When is the last time you seen the Rockets ride for each other like that? Even though we know CP3 flopped a little bit on that push, that motherfucker fell over like a fucking dead. He fell over like one of them fucking goats. You know, like when you run up on them goats and they just fall the fuck over. They like lock up and fall over. That's what the fuck. That's what CP3 looked like. Hey man, y'all look, it ain't no crunch up right now. Look, we go probably not tonight, but it'll be a cruncho soon. But and so that shit had me dying laughing. But the fact that, you know, Gerald Green was ready. He was ready to ride, man. And you got to appreciate that. You got to love that. You got to love that unity and shit. Well, other than Wright and Johnson, shit, Gerald Green didn't been here the less. And so the shortest amount of time. I'm speaking all kind of languages today. Yeah, that 25K, look. That boy was joking on the bus on the way. He's like, shit, I'm going to owe the Rockets some money. I'm going to owe them like. So I'm assuming he gets about a little less than $25,000 a game. Because what he was saying is like, shit, I'm going to owe them like $1,000. I ain't going to get no money for this game. I'm going to owe him $1,000 or like $800 and something. And so with him guessing and speculating, you know, we're using those numbers, you know, the estimate, and I guess he did try to kind of do a little bit more of the math. Tells me he gets about $25K a game or a little less than $25K a game. So yeah, that's what, CP3 said he was going to pick it up no matter what. But that's what I'm talking about. Like that type of support for one another. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'll fight for you. All right, well, I pay your bail. I was 1.7. Okay. So he's seeing a whole lot. I thought I had him for less than that. So that's cool. I didn't put the mark my words up there. Well, fuck it. So I'm expecting the Rockets to really make a nice run this year. I mean, I don't want to overlook the Blazers. The Blazers are going to be real interesting when it comes playoff time. You know, not going to discount the injured or so-so injured Warriors, whatever it may be. You know, and I wouldn't be surprised if they are faking because they know they're not going to catch the Rockets for the number one seed. And they can sit there and talk about whatever they want to. They were doing the stats of the Rockets versus the Warriors. They said if the Rockets get the home court advantage, then it's 43% chance of the Warriors winning. And then I think it's like if the Warriors get home court advantage, it's like a 50. It's like 50. It's either 54 or 57, somewhere in between that range. So it's no big deal. I'm not too worried about it. You say you're on record for the Rockets in 6 versus the Warriors. That's what I'm calling. I'm calling Rockets in 6. Ray. Fucking Ray. What's the motherfucking deal, man? What's going down? But I say this Rockets team is like I say, I see something different because you can think about the Dwight days. It seemed like there was always tension, some type of invisible separator, keeping guys from really there wasn't the unity that you feel on this team. This team has a championship feel. You know what I mean? No, he didn't get suspended. They only hit him with the fine, so that's fine. You know, and who was it talking about Dwight Howard just the other day? They're like, he only plays hard against his old teams. He don't play hard all season except when he plays his old teams and shit. I don't think I would want Dwight Howard around my kindergarten kids if I had some. So the thing is, this is a different team. The same team again. All the pundits, all the experts in the beginning of the year told you would not do shit. They not gonna go nowhere. They ain't gonna make it. They can't. They can't win. They can't do this. The CP3 and then James Harden. It's only one ball. How they gonna do? You know, like I say. But again, these motherfuckers then came in, took the number one fucking record in the league, going into the playoffs, handily defeating and beating people. Let's see, we got a text in on the side. I said, I see Clint Capella having a good game tonight. I got him 20 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists, and 9 blocks. Good grief. I'd like to see it. I'd like to see Clint Capella go off like that, but I don't think that's going to happen. What did y'all done kill Scotty? What the hell? Scotty is probably in the house, laying by the door somewhere, being fucking yeah, I ain't lying. I have not provided a proof of life. I have not updated any Scotty videos or anything. It was a little bit busier of a day today. So I didn't. I give y'all look. Y'all can ask some old Scotty. You know what I'm saying? I'll give y'all what's tomorrow, Wednesday. I'll get y'all some new Scotty tomorrow. I'll get y'all some tomorrow Scotty. What's the motherfucking deal, Outlaw? You say red is not a flavor. Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that too, because I'm like, let's talk about this thing. Let's talk about this thing. And I'm gonna crack the sauce line open here in just a few. But I'm telling you, the Blazers have something personal on their mind. And the Blazers have been feeling like they're as good as the Rockets since, I mean, the CP3 acquisition. Because you saw that when the Rockets were out there recruiting, I can't even remember the guy's name anymore because he's useless to us. He's dead to us. Carmelo, you know. And, you know, that James and CP3, they were hooping with Carmelo and everything. You start seeing Dame and CJ trying to get into the conversation to try to lure Carmelo to Portland and all that other shit. Like, just craziness. So, like, I honestly feel, and I don't doubt them, you should never feel like anybody is better than you. But the Blazers feel like they're just as every bit as good as the Rockets. They feel this way. They really believe it. And so they will come out tonight playing extremely hard, so the Rockets have to be ready. My boy PJ Tucker, motherfucker, he going to have to be, you know, locking boys up tonight. And I'm just expecting it's going to be a hard-fought battle because, I mean, this is going to be – tonight is a playoff game. This is a preview of the playoffs tonight because the Blazers, I promise you, and then they're at home, they will be playing their hardest. They will be giving everything they got. And like I say, I expect to see a couple of hard fouls. I expect to see some tension. I want to see some tension. I want to see some beef. I want the Rockets to get angry. I want them to feel disrespected. I want them to be mad going into the playoffs. I want them to crush people in the playoffs. I think that they will have the ability to blow teams out. You know, people are steadily saying, well, the Rockets, you can't play that kind of game in the playoffs. The teams are going to change. Why ain't they adjusted to it in the regular season? These are the same teams we've seen multiple times and blew out several times. You see the Wolves try to do their best to adjust, and we still had a 20-point lead on them, and when they came back, it still couldn't win. And what happens in situations like that, especially when the Rockets get those big leads, teams have to overexert a lot of energy to catch back up. And then by the time they get, you know, they deplete that 20-point lead or so, if they do that, you know, they don't have the gas to take it and go with it. Oh, shit, hell no, I don't want to restart right now. That would not be ideal. Give me 1 second. Computer trying to tell me shit. No, that would be stupid. Oh yeah, man. And here's the thing. And I liked LA. I wouldn't have been upset if LA was in Houston. Now I don't know. We can stick his happy ass to San Antonio, but San Antonio's going to be a team to watch out for. That's not somebody you're going to want to draw in the first round. I'm not sure about the Kawhi situation, but they might be a threat to somebody. If they face the right team, they could do a little bit of damage. But if it's us, if they end up placing the Rockets, we're gonna take care of. We're gonna take care of all the old business that we need to handle. We got to take care of some shit from last year, so that way all these people who, when you bring up the MVP conversation, the only thing that they can say is, "Well, what about Game 6?" Shut the fuck up, you and Game 6. You know what I mean? Because that shit was a playoff situation from a guy who did everything. Who was the second guy on the Rockets last year? Capella? A less talented Capella? Beverly, if you will? Eric Gordon? I mean, who would Ryan Anderson disappeared in the playoff? I mean, it was James Harden taking on teams essentially by himself. You're talking about the best teams in the West. Your supporting cast is doing so-so. And then, like I say, the one game where James just really doesn't show up, he's out of there, and it doesn't look good, and he was just doing some off-the-wall shit. I'm sure, I admit, it was not a good look for James Harden. But motherfuckers act like people haven't had bad games before, like they haven't had shitty situations. People act like James Harden is the only guy to have ever had a bad game in the playoffs. You know what I mean? I appreciate the love. We will be bringing he said, oh, man.
Got Houston on my back, because I love the city I'm from. Hands up if you feel that. Sauce line better be up tonight or Scotty gets it.
Well, some people already claiming Scotty dead, man. Yeah, Scotty already got it. See, yeah. This is it's the center, but that would be hilarious. I need to go find an old fucking picture of the summit, man. Summit was thrown. Yeah, I'm gonna be in the summit and be in the summit. I'm gonna get a scene where I'm on stage with Joel Osteen. I'm gonna start preaching my predictions. Oh man, no. Yeah, real family. He is an animal cannibal. I can't believe. Let me make sure I ain't missing nothing. Let me bring up the real chat here. That's fucking funny. But yeah, Nene was hooping. That is actual fact. Yeah. So Mikey Menguita, if you're still in here, how will the Blazers win? Tell me how you feel like that's gonna shake. I'd love to see how that plays out. Utah in the first round, I wouldn't mind. I think we worked Utah a couple of times this year. I wouldn't even with Gobert, so I'm not even worried about. I'm not necessarily worried about fucking Utah. Like I said, I wouldn't want to see. Not saying I wouldn't want to see. I just think it would be more of a challenge. Like I said, I think San Antonio is going to be strong come playoff time. If, like I said, what's his name comes back, the Blazers going to be solid in the playoffs, but I don't think they're going to just fuck nothing up. New Orleans won't be strong enough because it's just going to be AD. But depending on what teams they're playing, whoever they match up with, they're going to give somebody trouble. But I don't think it'll be the Rockets. I got to look at the current standings, but I mean the current standings don't even mean anything because you got so many teams that are divided between a game. I mean, you got a couple of teams. Excuse me. Last time I checked, you had like 3 teams with this fucking same record. So we're talking about wins and losses. A lot of this shit is going to go down to the very end of the season before we know, who we're really playing against. So, I mean, we can speculate and do all that other stuff right now, but honestly, it doesn't even matter. It doesn't matter who you think we're playing. All right, let's get this sauce line cracking, man. We're going to get the sauce line fired up. Somebody asked why the music just randomly pops up during the show. Well, what happens is if somebody donates to the show, then I have it where, it's a little music pops up. It's a celebration of the donation. So, and this is on the sauce line if y'all are asking. They're probably like, what is he talking about? So if somebody sends a donation, they send a super chat or they donate through Streamlabs, I have it to where it plays music, something H-Town related music. And damn it, I didn't even think about it. I changed everything else. I didn't change it to the fucking Hakeem song before the game. That is something I got to remember. But so that's what shakes. That's what happens. So hope that answers your question. So it is, yes, very random because I don't control when people do that. So perfect name for the crow, Joel Crowstein. Yeah. What's up, Carson Asteroid? That looks like a new name. My prediction for tonight's game, we will be getting into the predictions in just a couple of minutes. Like I say, we will definitely be inviting all predictions and all thoughts on that. And okay, well, I guess some of the notifications are out there. So again, matter of fact, let me, I guess I should say this, and it would help to let you guys know that sauce line is on. So if y'all want to call in, you want to text in and share some thoughts, I'll be sure to address those. But you watch, if you would claim my joke 5 minutes later, we transition to the Kush Den after game or late game. I'm gonna be honest, man. Like I said, I don't think I'm gonna do a Kush Den tonight. I'm gonna probably chill, man. I got some things. Like I said, I'm gonna probably take a little bit of internal time after the. There y'all go. I know y'all want the crow, so there go the crow. But I'm just taking a little bit of me time. I'm gonna chill probably for the rest of the evening. But we'll be back at it tomorrow. I got some things I got to work on. Things I need to take care. And Joel Crow, and then the guy said that the crow was good. Y'all be having me. Matter of fact, I forgot. If y'all make a motherfucker laugh, so remember, if y'all say interesting things, y'all keep the chat popping. The sauce will rain. And for that Joel Crowstein shit, let's see. I'm gonna just give y'all a bundle of sauce because y'all been saying some good shit that actually has made me entertained here. So there you go. All right. Do I think LeBron comes here in the offseason? Man, I'm actually going to be dedicating a whole video to that. But in short, my feelings on actually, let me move the crow so he ain't on the little timer, so the timer will tell us when the game gets started. Hey, we'll put the crow over here. Let that boy chill. He can chill in the corner somewhere. He'll sit on the little names or whatever. But the one thing about LeBron James is this, and I've mentioned it before, I've said it before, but I feel like LeBron's decision is determined on the outcome of the playoffs. And what I mean is that if the Rockets win it all, LeBron James will not be a Rocket next year. Which is most likely going to happen, so most likely LeBron won't be a Rocket. So I don't think so if this is the case. So I guess my answer would be no. But here's the thing. If the Rockets go to the finals and they play or they win, he's not gonna go to the Rockets because he doesn't want that Kevin Durant look. If the Rockets lose before going to the finals and he doesn't win another championship with Cleveland, LeBron James will be a Rocket next year. But I feel like the Rockets are going to win it all, so I don't think that LeBron will be here. And honestly, personally, truly, and honestly, I don't want LeBron to be a Houston Rocket just because of how it will affect that legacy. So I want to ask, do you think we should start resting players? I think that we need to wait till about the last 3 or 4 games. I think we have a 3.5, 4 game lead. The Warriors would have to win like 4 or 5 games we'd have to lose some, and then they'd have to gain 4 or 5 games to get ahead of us. So I don't see that happening. I don't know if the Rockets are wanting to chase history as far as having the best record that this team has ever had. And if that's the case, then they may play out for the rest of the year. But if they do want to rest up and say, hey, you know what, we've already set the best record the Rockets have ever had. We're already, the best regular season record. We're going to rest guys. We got, CP3's a little bit older, Nene's a little bit older. Joe Johnson, some of these guys a little bit older. Now, I don't know how many minutes some of those other guys will be seeing as we get into the playoffs, but they're good assets to have. I'd rather actually almost see more Gerald Green than Joe Johnson, but that's just my personal opinion. Oh, man, did the sound not go up? Oh, because I didn't have the thing in. My fault. I seen you. I just saw the missed call, Mr. Phoenix. Man, some crawfish etouffee sounds amazing right now. That actually sounds extremely delicious. And if you want to call back Mr. Duck Scott, I'll be sure to take your call there. I missed it. And as we're doing that, let's get into these score predictions. So I want to know how y'all feel because y'all are the freshest motherfucking ingredients. Like I say, this is an interactive activity, this show. How is it not showing up? It's not even showing up. That's what it is. It's just going straight to missed call. That's why I missed it. I don't know why it's doing that. Come on, Sauce Line. I get y'all acting right. Do I think they'll win out the rest of the season? If they want to, they absolutely can. If they want to, they definitely can. Yes. Why is it going straight to voicemail? Let me check the thing. Yeah. I had to do that because people would be hitting the Sauce Line when the show wasn't even. Oh, that's why. When the show wasn't even on. And so I was just like, look, we'll do that to alleviate that problem. All right, it should be kosher now. It should be good. It should be good. So, okay, let me catch some of these predictions, as a matter of fact, while I'm doing this. And I'll be giving my thoughts on this one. And let's crack this open. Let's see. All right, cool. We got Mr. Phoenix calling in. Rising Phoenix, what's the motherfucking deal?
What's the motherfucking deal at Honcho?
Oh, man, just cool. What kind of sauce you going to splash on us tonight, man? I know it's going to be something good.
Oh, yeah. I just came with a new thought that I was thinking of when I heard you bring up the Spurs earlier in the stream.
Okay.
And what I got to thinking about is, well, you know how the Spurs like to rest their players, right?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Well, here's something we haven't talked about. What if Kawhi's healthy, but they're just using this as an excuse so he can be fully rested going into the playoffs?
That's interesting. That's
because they cannot rest him for an entire season and then have him play for the playoffs. No, NBA's not going to let that happen.
Right.
So Hey, what if he's back? He's still in basketball shape. He's doing like practice stuff, but they're just saying he's hurt. So when he comes to the playoffs, he's much more rested than every other player.
That is an interesting thought. That's a very interesting thought, man. I didn't think about that. I'm gonna hang up on you, Doug, but we're gonna talk about that. I appreciate you calling in, man.
It's no problem.
Already. Man, that's a very interesting thought. Like, I didn't put that past him because there's been rumors of Kawhi being healthy or being ready to go for the last couple of the game Blazers in overtime. Okay. It's been a lot of talk about how Kawhi. I think he was supposed to be back last week, before the Rockets, when the Rockets were supposed to play him. Then it was supposed to be a couple of days after that, and then Booty calls in the sauce at 3 a.m. I don't know what kind of calls it was because I wasn't answering that shit. I like talking sports with y'all, but I ain't finna be talking to y'all to know 2-3 on the board of this shit. Carson says 137, 118. Trust me, I've been getting y'all. I may not have been saying them all out loud, but I'm getting y'all down here. And again, if we get within, however many people get within 5, I'll give you 5 points either way on both scores. Then the next stream, I'll be sure to give everybody an extra 10,000 sauce for however close we got. But that's it could be a thing. Like I say, they could be, saying that, well, he's hurt and we're just trying to get him back in order. But I mean, it legitimately could be a deal where they want to rest him. They're like, fuck it, we are where we are. But at the same time, I don't know where they are right now. To play devil's advocate to that thought, they're on the brink of not making the playoffs. And so all these games coming down to the end are important, and so I don't think that they would be wanting to risk not even making the playoffs just to save him. And so that would be my primary thing, maybe, to go with that. So we got we got some good ones. H-Town say 118 to 104. Okay, Jay Dizzle say the Rockets gonna lose this one. All right. And they're 6th right now in the West. Okay, yeah, and that's the thing too. You gotta think about some. I got your ass mail. I got you for 110, 108. Matter of fact, I'll run off this list real quick, and I'll see the countdown, and I'll give y'all my score. I got Chet 110 to 112, 110. I got Unbeaten Sports 121, 109. Ashmail 110, 108. Wise 112, 108. Rigo 129, 121. Heidi 124, 120 in overtime. Carson says 137, 118. I like that one. 106 to 110, H-Town, and then Outlaw 118 to 104, and Jay Dizzle with the 105, 115. Let me make sure I put Portland by that one. That's Portland victory. So we got Rob and VD. VD, I got to add, that was your old lady that joined us. I saw her say Mrs. Voodoo Child, so I didn't know if it was your old lady that joined us. I saw it on the little thing. I don't know if it's still, right there at the bottom of the little event thing when it shows all the little new stuff that happens, or if any time somebody subscribes and stuff like that. Carmelo missed 2 clutch free throws. Are they playing right now? So Alejandro with the okay, but like I said, as I'm writing these down, I feel like I told y'all it's going to be a damn good game. I think it's going to be. Damn it! Did I give Rob your score? Yeah, I think I wrote yours for Rob, and I just put a little flippy floppy sign right there. Flippy floppy. I said it. I said fucking flippy floppy. Sign right there to let me know what we got. So Rob had the 110, 106. Okay. This is what I think, and just being honest, and just being really thinking about this. Like I told you, the Blazers are gonna come out firing. They're gonna have it on their minds. But the Rockets are not oblivious to this. They know that the Blazers have some beef. They know that the Blazers are agitated, aggravated. They're not properly situated in the position they like to be in. They like to be number one. They feel like they're good enough to be number one. They feel like they're undermined, that the media doesn't give them the same respect. I mean, the same narratives that we have for the most part are the same narratives that people in Portland are feeling, except that we have better performance. We beat that ass, and we're just a better team. But long story short, it's going to be a damn good game. I may have to agree with Heidi and see it going into overtime. I think the last 7 seconds of the game, the Rockets are down by 2 points. James Harden solidifies his MVP campaign with a cold-blooded ice water in the veins 3-point shot to win the game and to exact revenge on Damian Lillard for what happened in the playoffs a couple of years ago. And you see the air sucked out of the Portland Arena. I don't even know what their shit is called. It's called Portland Arena because it fucking sucks. And the Portland Trailblazers at that point realize that we're not as good as the Rockets. We don't want to see them in the playoffs. We don't want these problems. Everybody goes home and they cry on their pillows. The Rockets return to H-Town victorious, and the sauce continues to get stirred. That is my prediction. The Rockets will win 126 to 125 in overtime. That is my thought. That is what I'm going with. Foodie Town. You had that bar. Man, as a matter of fact, barbecue. I had some Papas earlier. They fucking had one of them pulled pork sandwiches. It was actually pretty good. It's a foofy Town. That's fucking funny. Boston came back and beat. That's what I'm saying. But this is the team, that OKC team. That's the team that everybody sits there and says that OKC, they're going to be different in the playoffs. No, they fucking not, man. All right, Outlaw, that's a bet. I probably won't be streaming later, but I appreciate you following through. Yeah, Harden going to ice it, man. Harden is going to kill it, and it's going to be over. The arena is the Rose Garden. Well, roses really smell like boo-hoo-boo. So that shit is going to stink in the Rose Garden because the Rock is about to get funky. Yeah, that does sound like it. Oh yeah, fuck Drake, man. I copied your score. What is your score? Your score was 124 to 120. I added some different numbers. Man, I ain't tripping on neither of the Morrises. I mean, would you rather have the Morrises or have the team that we have now? I'm sure they're happy getting, because with Morris, he stars, don't he? And I think we got a squad, and we Gucci. He'd probably look, if he'd have been here anyway, you know, Morey go just trade him. Shit, he go, look, Morris, he's too close to Morey. We got to get him off this team. So, so yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Heidi. Oh, you get the picture. That's what I'm talking about. Oh shit. Oh, the jokes. I can't steal your jokes. Okay, I understand. Jokes are personal. Comedians do take jokes very personally because they are hard to develop. I feel like all Portland fans wear Birkenstock. That's the man. Look, I'm gonna show some love before we get up out of here. That shit right there. That's gonna get y'all some sauce so y'all can gamble, scramble, and do what y'all do. Show some love. But with that being said, I appreciate each and every one of y'all for following through, man, showing some love. Yeah, that was a smart pickup by OKC. Corey Brewer, because he's going to give it his all, just like Westbrook. Man, shout out to Heidi, because I never saw those videos, man. I never saw those videos where the dude was out there fucking cleaning the court, dog. Like, what the fuck? Why are you doing that? Why are you cleaning the fucking court? So I do feel like some of the things that we were talking about, Russell Westbrook, Sussel, we call him Sussel because he's suspect, Westbrook, and his weird ass. Like, he probably OCD or some shit. That shit is strange. But a lot of curly mustaches, feeling real hipster arena. Man, that's fucking funny. But with that being said, man, I appreciate everybody following through. The Crow, shout out to the Crow, but the Crow got to go. Shout out to everybody who came through and showed some love, man. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. I'm about to get up out of here, go catch the game myself. And they didn't give you the 10K? Wonder why not. That's odd. Let me see. Oh, there it goes. There it is. Oh, you did it. You gave everybody 10K. Okay, well, all right. It works. I don't know what happened. Oh, I did 2 R's. That's what happened. What did I type? I said I might have been fucking up. I don't know. Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, on top of that shit, fuck it. I'll give y'all another. Yeah, players fuck up, but players got to make up for their fuck up. So here, y'all get an extra since I was slipping. But with that being said, y'all be cool like y'all be cool, man. I'm going to be out of here. I'll probably end up catching y'all mañana unless some type of strange reason I end up in the Kush Den, but I doubt it tonight. So with that being said, y'all be cool like y'all be cool. I appreciate it. I thank you for spending some time in the sauce and stirring up the flavor with your boy. But y'all be cool like y'all be cool. Most of all, y'all stay saucy. I'm out.